Oh yeah, y'all know what's going on. Finna put some new tires on the old Accord. Damn, look at that lack over there too. But either way, here we have them. So this here, my boys, is a 155/60 on a 15x8. So I mean, it's a pretty decent stretch, you know, like a smart car tire or something like that. You know what I mean? Not too shabalicious. But yeah, some of these wheels, these other two, are kind of messed up, low kizzy. The chrome has some issues. This one looks like they beat it up. But yeah, so without further ado, I need to get the rear set up so that I can get the Cadillac out of the garage because it's currently stuck, you know. So I'm gonna go ahead and slap the wheels on, and I'm gonna try to jack it up and see if I can like get under the car and adjust everything with it like raised up, you know. Oh yeah, and look, the muffler broke off, guys. Currently have that bad boy in the trunk. I don't know if you guys could see it, but either way, the muffler used to be like right here and it broke off. I don't have a key right now, but we're gonna take the muffler out of the trunk here in a bit because it gets a little bouncy, you know, and she's gonna be like bah, 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 bah. So either way, let me try to get dialed in this rear fitment a little bit and then I'll bring you guys back. Yeah, buddy, that's a praying mantis right there. And over here, got a little bit of fitment for y'all. So what I think I am gonna do, possibly, maybe, I pulled a whole gang load of camber out to be able to get this somewhat fender to lip. I'm gonna have to pull out a whole gang load of washers too, because that's like where it's sitting, you know what I mean? But for now, I'm just trying to get the car drivable, because I tried to put the factories on and they will not go on with that amount of tilt. So either way, yeah, I got a car show today, so I'm trying to pull out the lack and pull out the bike, you know what I mean? This ain't necessarily a show car just yet, or ever. But it is going to look a lot more sick with the fitment, boys. Them Johnnies, look at that. I don't know why, I'm just a big fender to lip kind of guy, you know? Like, I feel like looking at the wheel poking out like that, like that's how it's supposed to be, you know what I mean? Because I feel like tucking is cool, you know, but I feel like it takes away from the hella flush movement, you know? So I'm going to go ahead and slap the other side on and we'll try to set the car on the ground and see how it drives, or if it drives at all, you know what I mean? All right. See how it sits. I don't know, man. I kind of want to throw a spacer on it, bring some more camber in, but at the same time, I mean, those other tires that I had, they were almost doed, low key, you know. Damn, that looks pimping though. Just like another like inch down and an alignment. Damn, that looks so sick. And it's not even that low. I thought it was gonna be like, well, I mean, then again, we still gotta lower it another 1.5 inches or so. But yeah, buddy, that looks clean as hell. Tires small as shit. But yeah, like I said, I just was needing to get it out of the way. It is kind of dumped, low key. So yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I might bring some camber back by adding a spacer. For the front, I probably will not do a spacer, just for the fact that, you know, it's kind of an aggressive setup already. But yeah, look at that, the lip poking out. Man, that's so sick, bro. That's what I miss right there. I think this one, low-key, might need a little bit more adjusting, but I really just wanted to set it down because I got to move it out of the way, you know? But there it is, man, the little tires. Might even try to fit them on the front, but I highly doubt they're going to fit. They're going to stick out like crazy, so we'll still have to figure that out. But for now, here we are, you know? And we'll get it all fitted up and stuff. We'll adjust the height. But just kind of wanted to see what it looked like down on the floor, you know. Let me get it moved out of here. Okay, so safe to say that we definitely need to do some camber mods to be able to fit these bad boys in the front. Because, damn, you know what I mean? It's sticking out like a whole 4 inches or so. Look at that. But it looks sick though. You know what I mean? It's definitely something. The rear, I mean, we're gonna need roughly about that much camber, low key, you know? That's just what it's gonna be. But it looks kind of dope. I might even washer it up and just sit it right there for now. Low key, that kind of sounds like a good idea. Alright, I talked myself into it. Let's get to it. Alright, so we got that big stepper. Just to reiterate, once again, these are those young 155/60 R15s on the 15x8. And the magic number for today, boys, is going to be 7. Lucky number 7. That's how many washers we're putting on the front. And that's what's going to make it look absolutely player. I can't wait to show you guys once we set this bad girl down. Damn, look, it looks like we got a little bit of flex back here. Kind of went a little bit lower. But we'll be addressing this also. I do kind of want to throw somewhat of an alignment on it, being that these tires cost more than the wheels. And I don't want to run through them right away, you know. But aside from that, let me go ahead and slap the washers on this side. I already did this side. And I mean, it sits right on top of the tire, boys. Like, stay tuned. After a little bit of jacking, some wood blocks and stuff, we're able to get her unstuck. So that's cool. But as you can see, fitment, probably raise it up, maybe like another washer, low key. This one is the one with 7, and I ended up adding 8 to this side, so like one more, just for, you know, purposes. But either way, we're going to probably do the rear now because it is insanely high. Well, not insanely high, but it's now higher than the back or than the front, so that's not cool. So we're going to get the rear fitted, remove some washers, mess with the camber arms and stuff. Yeah. Damn, son. This is kind of what we came up with. As you can see, fitted, you know what I mean? Some real deal figment. Doesn't want to focus, but either way, mad fitted. So basically, to achieve this here, we've removed the upper control arm and the shock. So right now the spindle is just kind of free in there, and I have it jacked up by the lower control arm and it's pushed all the way in. So right here we are indeed binding the axles, so that's not going to work. We're probably going to have to end up doing it the old-fashioned way and probably extend the lower control arm a little bit to get our axle bind out, because right now we're just so pushed in that it's binding the axle. So let me show you what I mean by that. So as you could see, like I said, the spindle is just chilling up in there. I tried to line it up with that hole for the top hat, but it did not reach before it started binding the axle. And what I mean when I say binding the axle is here. You could see back in there, it's just like shoving it into the transmission. So that's not gonna work. Probably have to extend the lowers. And honestly, I mean, I don't even know, man. We'll probably have to redo the spindles in some type of way, and by doing that, we're probably gonna need an adjustable upper control arm. So yeah, there's that. And then we'll probably have to retain the shocks to be able to adjust the height. So there's that also. Fun. But yeah, that's what it's looking like though. So that's cool. I think it looks cool. If I could get it to just sit like that, that'd be cool. Honestly, it doesn't look like a terrible amount of camber. Like the rear still looks like it has more. So maybe extending the lowers won't be too bad. Because I would like for it to be matching, you know. That'd be ideal, in my opinion. So extending the lowers a little bit would give us even more tilt. And yeah, that'd basically do it, I would think. So I'm going to put all this back together and just work on the rear like I said I was. Alright, so back to reality. We got the rear somewhat set up. Not too shabby, you know. It's not too crazy aggressive for now. It's not the final form just yet. We got the front set up. Not too crazy either, you know, but decent. Will it rub? I don't know. I was going to try to align it. However, the exhaust is sitting on the ground back there. And I can't fit the tape underneath to, you know, get the toe plates on it. But that's how it's sitting. Very minimal clearance. I want to say it's lower slightly in the front, but I can't really tell. It's still got decent amount of ground clearance and stuff. The rear may or may not be lower. I'm not too sure. But it sits nice. So we're going to chop the exhaust off right now. I'm going to go ahead and back it up back over here and we'll chop it off, alright? Alright, so this is the part of the exhaust that we done cut out. As you can see, it's been kind of grinded flat. And yeah. Another thing that we did is we went ahead and we did some clearancing. So let me show you guys what the exhaust looks like now. So now it's all the way over here. And it's kind of just like, I kind of like try to turn it down a little bit. So that way like the inside of the car doesn't fill with exhaust fumes or whatever. So that's cool, you know. Another thing I did is I used a hammer and I beat the bottom of the gas tank right here. So like now you could see like the subframe itself sits lower, just barely. I used this straight edge right here to run it across the two pieces here and over here to see, and we got pretty good clearance. I beat it up probably like half an inch, quarter inch to a half an inch higher than the subframe. So yeah, hopefully that works. Other than that, I don't really know. I turned the car on, it still turns on. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I mean, I did beat it a little bit. I don't know exactly where like the fuel sending unit is, like the fuel pump assembly. I want to say it'd be in the back, right? Maybe, or it's like right here, smack dab in the middle. I don't know. But I beat it up, and it still turns on and revs up and everything, so hopefully we're okay. Next order of business is to put the wheels back on, set the car back on the ground, and we should be able to run the measuring tape across it now, and be able to align the rear. So, yeah, but this is where we're at. We're out here gaining clearance. The only other thing that's kind of scary is this here. You can see where it's been laying that frame rail real nasty, and then the brake lines and the fuel lines are in that little plastic housing next to it. You can see them kind of in there. So that was also kind of scary, but it does clear by like a quarter inch or so. So that's cool. For now, until those get shaved down or whatever. Let me get out from underneath the damn car. But yeah. Pretty cool beans. Got our exhaust. Look, I'll kind of give you guys a close-up of what the heck was going on here. Basically just flat, you know. You set her down and straight up, like it's like an oval pipe now. Hopefully it focused for you guys. I can't really see. But yeah, it did break off on me. You could see where it just snapped off right there.
So I had the muffler in the trunk of the car because it broke off whenever I was at Home Depot. I put a short, a YouTube short, but here's the muffler itself. You can see it just snapped off. Well, kind of hard to see, but the muffler just snapped off. It wasn't doing much anyway, so we're going to slap the wheels back on it now and hopefully run our measuring tapes across, get it aligned, and we'll be ready to roll. Y'all know what's going on now. Trying to get this little toe plate alignment going. Now we're able to actually align it off of the wheel itself, so it should be a lot better, because before we were trying to do it like off the tire, all silly. So what it's looking like right now, we got slightly under 7 foot, which is what, like 84 inches. It's like 83 and a half or so back here. The front is right at like 84. So we're about ½ inch towed out, right? We got a bigger value in the front that's towed out. So yeah, 83 and a half to about 84. Yeah. So what we're gonna do now is adjust our lower arms to try to get this a little bit closer. I don't know which one I should adjust though, to be honest. I'm gonna kind of like look at the car, you know, and see which one I think should be adjusted. But basically this is how I do it until we go a little bit lower. Once we go lower, then we might not be so lucky, because if we look underneath here, I think it's very close to hitting the tape already. They don't even want to focus. Well, either way, it looks like it's a lot closer to hitting the tape than either way. But yeah, we don't have much to go though, honestly. On this side, you can see it's maybe like a little bit more than ½ inch. For some reason, the car keeps on like changing height. So this side, like, damn, it's like way different. But who knows? Once we actually get it sitting correctly and maybe like drive it, break it in a little bit, maybe it'll go a little lower, who knows. But yeah, I'm gonna slap a little alignment on it and we should be good to go. Oh yeah, check her out. This is what we're working with here. You can see it's slightly under 213 millimeters. I believe it's millimeters anyways, I don't really know. But you can see this one is also at that same, slightly under 213. So it's about as good as we're gonna get it in our good old driveway alignment. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I don't even know what to title it, but I'll figure it out. You guys should know by now, but either way, ghetto alignment, ghetto gas tank clearancing, ghetto exhaust cutoff. It's just all ghetto. We got a ghetto front fitment, but at least we got all 4 wheels on now. So I mean, there you have it. And yeah, like I said, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully you guys enjoy this fitment. It looks unreal, more unreal in person. But either way, like, comment, subscribe, players. Let me know what y'all want to see next. Obviously we got the front still to do. The rear is not 100% yet, but we're working on it. All right, later.